Hello, my name is David Webb, and this is a video for Dweebovision. I am a Scrabble grandmaster, and in this video I am going to play Scrabble while providing in-game commentary on my moves. Hopefully this will help to improve your game, and be fun to watch. The game has just started, so let's join the action. It's me to go first. I have the blank, which is good. I have no vowels, I have no bingo. The only good move I can see is unth. And that's just better than changing. Great, this is a balanced rack, no duplicate tiles. I may or may not have a bingo here. I'm going to look for sevens first. Okay, Tivy takes an S in front. I'm going to carry on looking for a 7 first, although the G and the M and the L don't have a huge amount of synergy. I haven't seen anything so far. I don't have an A or an ING to go, or an IN to go with the G, so that's a bit tiresome. Still haven't seen anything. There may not be something here. Ah, long time. Ah. Long time's a double-double, so I'm going to stop looking for anything better. Long time may not be good, but I think it is. Not a good rack. But I have no duplicate tiles. And I do have a vowel, so I will probably be able to play through this rather than change. I've got flung at D4 through the first, or through the L of long time. $22 points for that. Great, my opponent's challenged. Long time was good. He loses 5 points. That was a 95-point play. Vum would get rid of the V and the U. I certainly want to play one of those two. Well, my opponent's taken my flung spot. 33 points for him. Can't see anywhere to play Vum. I think Alm, ALM, is only valid as a plural. Well, I could play Frug at K4 down. Let me see what this scores. And what the rack leave looks like. Only 21 points. VNM is a poor rack leave. So, can I do better than that? What about Mung across here? This takes a lot of floaters. Sorry, it takes a number of hooks at the end. 20 points. Still not great. What about Turf down here, providing no floaters for my opponent? 20 points. It's keeping N and G, which has a little bit of synergy. But it's keeping 4 consonants. I'd rather keep only 3. So is there something better than anything I've considered so far? I could play Freenham in row K through the E for not many points, but burning 1 more tile. So is there something better in column 4? So frug was what I was considering before. I think I will go with frug. It scores the most, and it doesn't provide the easy scoring opportunities which Mung does. Not great. I draw the Q, but I do have the A and the T to play cat. Through an A, I would have Kanat or Talak. So I've got Talak in row D. And I've also got the U of frug, so I could play Quant or Qualm if that stays available. And it does. And I've also got cat in column 6, making out. So cat and out, 35. Let me see what Qualm scores. And the rack leaf's going to be better after Qualm. 38, so better score, better rack leaf. Am I missing anywhere that I haven't considered so far for the Q? Don't think so. Qualm takes a Y at the end as well as an S. Well, still a long way away from a bingo. Only one vowel, no duplicate tile, so again should be able to play through this. I've got a 90-point lead, but my opponent is on turn. And with only one vowel, I'm looking around at the board to look for vowels I can play through. And it's meagre pickings. I do have an S for going on the end of frug or qualm. So I could play devs at 01. 37 points. Certainly when you have a rack which is a long way away from being a bingo, there are likely to be more opportunities to that the optimal move is one which burns the S. Now I have Vend on my rack. Can't see anywhere great to play that. My opening move of NT8 is quite blocky, it doesn't take anything after it. I no longer have the M for going underneath the H of unth. Now the Z is available for a good score in row, or a goodish score in row C. Great, only 12 points for my opponent. This gives me an opportunity to extend my lead and take out a dangerous bingo lane. So devs 37. Wow, horror show. Okay, now this is pretty easy in terms of resolving. I'm going to change. And I can't envisage any play of my opponent which would alter that intention. What to keep? Great, only 6 points for my opponent. So, what to keep from this? Now, the only bingo tiles are the N and the T, so do I keep both of them or one of them? What's been played of the N's? Well, I had only one N's been played, so there are 2 N's in the bag. 2 T's have been played, so there's only 2 T's in the bag. Certainly those, certainly those, certainly that. I'm going to keep just the T. Well, I think that has worked out quite well. Not totally sure that I have. I do now. I have Diapenti through the A of Curie E. That doesn't hit a double word square. Now, do I have a 7-letter bingo here? Quite a few 8s through a C, but the C of Curie is not available. And do I have something through the R of Curie, in particular double-double? I was thinking about Intrepid, but that's 2 I's. This will be a high probability bingo, and this is just where you can lose a lot of points, having spotted Diapenti. Very tempting to play it, but it stops 1 square short of a double word square, and it does take an S. There are 3 S's unplayed. So does it go with an R, an anagram of repinted, pinted, interped? And does Diapenti have an anagram? Well, not that I can see. So, are there other floaters I haven't considered? The I of Curie. Can't see anything there. The E of Curie. No. Well, I am going to play Diapenti, but this could be expensive in terms of suboptimalness if there's a better bingo available. Diapenti 62. Well, I don't draw an S. To pluralise Diapenti, I do draw an X. My opponent challenges. He loses 5 points. Wow, 50-point play by my opponent. So, what can I do here? Well, I can play box and B in column 12. I can do much better than that. I can play box across here. And it's great when your opponent's just scored 50 points when you can come back with 61. And the rack leaves pretty good. Now I note that my B or my P could go here. So, is there a better play? Prax isn't good. CH takes an A in front of it as well as an O. Ixora is good. Orixa. None of those work in this spot. Pox obviously exists as an alternative to box, but I think box is better because the P is a more bingo-y tile, so better to retain it. Just looking around in case there are other spots to play the X where I can score about the same. I don't think there is. Fantastic, that looks very bingo-y. Not many floaters. I have operated as an 8th to an E were it to be available. Now, do I have a 7? Adopter, readopt. Do those play anywhere? Can't see anywhere for them. I've got 9.5 minutes left, 29 tiles in the bag. Well, yes. Yes, indeed. Readopt, I think, plays down here. R-E-A-D-O-P-T. That works out well. 84 points. My opponent's resigned, and I've won the game. Okay. So, final score 173 to my opponent, 321 to me. Let's see what I missed. Now, it was me to go first. Yep, NTH looks best. Now, here I played long time. Wow, the only bingo, I'm surprised. Grateful to have spotted it. This was a tricky rack. I played Frug. Well, Frug and Fung, probably not much between those. I'm surprised there's nothing significantly better. Qualm, yep, that looks best. Another horrible rack, but grateful to be able to score 37 points. This is where I changed. Well, and the most I could have got was 20 points, but keeping 6 consonants, so definitely changing was better. Right, I played Diapenti. Was there something better? No, that was the only bingo. Fantastic. 50 points for my opponent. Good spot by him. And 61 points for Box. Yep, that was my play. Horrible rack for my opponent. This was the point at which he resigned. Now, what did I have apart from readopt? I didn't exhaust the possibilities of this rack because having spotted readopt and put it down, rather than looking for a better play, I noticed that my opponent had resigned, so stopped looking. But wow, the only bingo. I'm surprised because I hadn't considered the floaters in Diapenti. I thought there may have been something else there, but there wasn't. Shame about my opponent's resignation with 29 tiles left, but he was quite a way behind, so may well have become discouraged. Anyway, that happens when you play online. It doesn't happen when you play face-to-face. So I hope that was an interesting game, even though it was only 3/4 of a game. It was nice to spot the bingos long time and Diapenti, especially as they were the only bingos available. So I hope you enjoyed watching that and got something out of it. My name is David Webb, and this has been a video for Dweebovision.